Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
How's it going?
We're home.
Yes.
And I got a belly full. Oh, man, I was eating some sushi, some tempura, some spicy
Tuna
roll.
Sushi still.
Sushi, some seaweed wraps, and man, I tried a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it, at least my belly ain't hurting. So that's good. And even if it did, I got a brand new bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
I cannot.
But y'all, we're going to talk about some great stuff today.
Yes.
Let's talk about something.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people say that when you find true love, people assume that it's not going to be any issues whatsoever. And I feel like that's far from the truth.
Right.
Because you have to put in some work no matter what you do in life. And so I'm here to tell you, we've been together 27 years, married 24 years. A lot of people did not want us to be together. No. And a lot of people expressed their opinion to me. And, even some of Trina's family members. And they was like, you know what? You still got time to change your mind. I was like, whoa.
Wow.
And to this day, I had to be honest. I had to let her know exactly who said that. And it's crazy because not everybody in my family supported what we got. To be completely honest with you, we started off a little rocky.
Yeah.
From the beginning, I'm not going to share any details, but I will say God is a God of second chances, and it's more so the matter of what some people may think is small, or big. In other words, is small.
Right.
And in God's eyesight, there's nothing. God be like, oh, that's
you
no.
You can work through that.
Yeah, that's simple. And it wasn't infidelity or nothing like that. It was more so about getting your independent mindset to be on the same page.
Right. As a couple.
And not think for yourself. I'm used to getting what I want, when I want, how I want, and whatever all the time. And because I came from a musical family, even though I went on to do separate things in business to help develop my identity, music is always going to be a part of what I do from now until God break the sky. That's never changing.
No.
And so I said that to say, I'm the type of person where if I love you, I love you. If I don't like you, get out my way. As fast as you can.
Right.
Because
straightforward.
That's straightforward. Because I cannot be around anybody that I have no care or no feelings about.
Right.
Or if it was something there that is no longer there, if it's dead. I'm not fake like that. And I notice a lot of people nowadays, it seems to be okay to be in the company of people who hating on you or don't approve of or support nothing you do.
The company you keep speaks a lot.
I believe that.
If you know that they are out there running their mouth when they're not around you, and you hee ha ha in their face, then what kind of person are you anyway?
That's right.
You just like them.
That's for sure. That's for sure. So I feel like the older you get, the more you understand what is worth you entertaining and what is not.
Right.
A lot of things used to get me upset, and I got a very short fuse as it is. And God know what he was doing when he made me. But in the past, all that did was got me in trouble. So what I learned since I got married, they say count to 10. That don't work for me.
No.
But I mean,
count to 100 don't work.
Yeah, but I'm the type of person, I'm not going to run away from confrontation. I never was that type of person. And those of you who know me, y'all know that. But at the same time, I never proclaimed to be, I'm a gangster or I'm a this. Right. I'm a dad, I'm going to do this and that is on site. I'm rambling because I overheard a conversation, actually, when we was in a restaurant. I want to say today, actually, when Trina went up and to get something else that the owner had prepared for us to get.
Right.
Because we already told y'all about a restaurant, but we'll give y'all a review at a later date. But anyway, you was talking to the owner.
Right.
My buddy wasn't there today, but his wife was there. When Trina was talking to the owner's wife, or whatever, they own the restaurants together, whatever. And so anyway, long story short, I overheard a conversation. The guy was saying, gentleman behind us or whatever, he was saying basically that his ex-wife always, want to make it difficult for him to see his children.
Right.
If my ear's not fooling me, I know what I hear. And so I'm saying maybe she's not wrong. Because if he got a negative attitude,
right,
why would she want to be around him?
True, but you shouldn't punish a child for what she feels.
And his children.
Yes.
I don't know exactly how many kids they got, but they got
Right.
enough
Right.
for him to talk bad about his ex.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether it's a person married or not or in a relationship. One thing I hate and I will always frown upon is how guys rag women and be like, oh,
after they
she
already
this.
been with her.
You done been with her, oh, she garbage, this and that.
She this.
Oh my
she
God, I
ain't
hate
right,
that.
And all kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't like that
but
at
you
all.
wasn't saying that when
when
was
y'all
up
sleeping
under
together, right?
You was right up under
That's
her.
for sure.
It wasn't a problem. Now you're not together, it's an issue.
Up under or behind. However, whatever it is.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
However.
Yeah, so that's what it is, man. Yeah, we just rambling because I only address what I think.
Right.
What I think is him and his wife had a disagreement.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if they got a divorce or separated or whatever the case
Right,
is.
because his ex-wife.
I don't feel like she's using the kids as collateral.
Mm-hmm.
Or as a means to keep him from seeing his children. Maybe he just got a bad attitude.
Okay. But then there's
Then again, he could be really trying to be the best person he can, and
right.
then his ex is using the kids
as collateral
for him not to.
It can go either which way.
Yeah.
You've seen both circumstances.
And so what I got to say about that, I mean, I'm not a woman, but had I ever been in a situation like that, I would just, try to be cordial. But certain people you just got to totally cut
right
out of your life, totally. And if children is involved,
you can't cut that person.
You can't, because y'all made them children together. So it's best, even if each person moved on and got a new relationship,
it still has nothing to do with the
kids. It still got
kids.
nothing to do with the children.
Right.
That's what I got to say.
Even if you don't want to come to a common ground amongst each other, get other parties involved, what needs to be done.
Right.
But you can't punish the children.
That's right.
I mean, especially if the other party is trying to be a good parent and be in the life and do everything they're supposed to do.
Right.
You can't punish them for that just because you didn't work out.
You're right. And in the same token, if a person has a partner,
right.
I mean, to me, to be completely honest, I love everybody all the same.
Right.
I got friends from every walk of life, every gender classification, every religion, every color. Doesn't matter to me. God knows exactly what a person's heart is, and who am I to place them in a heaven or a hell? I would never do that, and I would never treat anybody different, regardless if you're gay, straight, crippled, blind, whatever the disability is, or whatever your qualification is.
You're still a person.
You're still a person. You still bleed red like me.
Mm-hmm.
So shame on anybody who, you're so caught up on not going with the changes as it happens.
As it is.
And you want to not accept certain people. Never will we ever be the married couple or the people
that does that.
I love you. I love everybody. Right. It doesn't matter who you are. Mm-mm. You can be gay, straight, like I said. You can be a zansexual. That ain't even a word.
Right.
So you get what I'm saying.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
No limits.
Yeah, and plus I done did it all, pretty much seen it all, and I know I communicate with a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And this is why so many people are attached to me, because they understand that I am a real individual who do not judge people. Right. What you got to say about judgment? Because I know you deal with a lot of people.
I deal with a lot of people. Judgment is, who are you to judge? Mm-hmm. I mean, as they say, as it is, only God can judge. So who are you? You can have, your dislikes of people, but you judging them for being what? Who they are? Right. So that's who they are. So you're supposed to condemn them? Mm-hmm. They already have that enough in the world. It's enough condemnation or condemn in the world. You understand what I'm trying to say?
I get it.
That people on a daily basis.
They're dealing with anyway.
That they don't need more stuff added on top of
right.
them. Like, you're supposed to uplift people. I don't understand why is it you go in a store or you see somebody and you're like,
Oh, I can't believe that.
I can't believe that. Oh, they ought to be ashamed.
That's for sure.
Oh, don't touch me or get away from me. Like, who are you? You that important?
Right.
Like, what have you done?
Hey, hello. We're speaking to our neighbor.
What have you done to justify that?
I got to see something. Nobody should never make an excuse. Our neighbor, she's about 78 years old, and her husband passed about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
She been married, I think, over 50-something odd years.
Right.
She gets up every single morning, and she walks her dog religiously. Mm-hmm. You talk about somebody with energy and somebody with wisdom.
Yeah.
But that's a different situation. I had to say that. Sorry for cutting you off.
That's okay.
Yeah, but we had to speak to her. That's why we kind of went off a little bit. But yeah, she loves us to death too. But yeah.
But as we was talking about judging, who are you to judge somebody?
Right.
Like you didn't create anything but whatever your inner circle is.
Right.
So just because the next person sees themselves as a certain way, you're supposed to say, "Oh, you're not supposed to be like that. Oh, who are you?" Or you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
And you find that a lot too. I'm gonna step on a lot of toes because I do not care, and it doesn't matter to me either way.
Right.
But I'm telling you, I think it's time out for people judging people just because of a person is not living the life you want them to live, or being with the person that you do not approve of.
Right.
We're not God. We're supposed to be Christ-like.
Right.
For those of us who are Christian, let alone a human being who understand. You gotta accept people and get with the times, because it looks very silly and foolish when you see people or see something you don't agree with, you are pointing
like it's known.
These people have feelings. Everybody got feelings, and you're a human being. Now put yourself in their shoes for not being accepted.
Right.
You understand?
How would you feel?
So that's how I look at it. So how would you feel about that if everywhere you go, you
get the little slurs,
you get slurs or the looks or whatever the case is.
Or you get the looks.
I see it happens.
Yeah. Even if nobody says anything, you can see the looks.
That's for sure.
I've been in places where somebody walks in and somebody be looking like
that, and you see it a lot too nowadays in the churches too. But this stuff has been around for many years.
Well, don't phrase it, because I guarantee you some people are going to judge this just because of what we just said.
You know what? If you judge it, again, you don't have to look at our channel. What don't you understand?
Yeah.
That's not changing anything. It's not changing how we feel about each other. It's not changing how we feel about life. We're always going to love everybody.
Right.
And our cups are filled. Our barns are filled with plenty. And it's going to always be like that.
Right.
So beyond that, I'm living the life that I want to live. My wife living the life she want to live. My children are winning. Everybody connected to me are winning, or is, not are, is winning. You understand? So whoever judges video, shame on you, because what we speaking is the truth.
It's real and raw for a reason.
Yeah. We're not trying to be like nobody else.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We don't follow the trends. We set the trends. So at the same time, we're not doing this for a dime.
No.
However, if you feel led and you support and you want to support what we do, you already see we give giveaways. We give money away.
Right.
We don't have to do that.
We reach out to people. And like,
you understand? Counsel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, people need to understand to love people for who they are.
Right. Not
what you think they should be.
Right.
That's what I'm going to say.
Because they don't fit in your box, that doesn't mean they shouldn't be loved.
That's correct. I'm going to zoom the camera in some. But y'all, this week, we're going to have some more fun, which every day of my life is fun.
Yes,
like I said, I can't complain. But our wedding anniversary is
5 days away.
5 days away. And we still undecided whether or not we're going to go the first choice we had in mind.
Right.
Or we're going to fly and go wherever our second choice was. Either way.
Oh, we're going to turn up.
We're going to turn up.
You best believe.
That's for sure.
Enjoy ourselves.
You think we did something for your birthday?
Hey.
I'm going to show y'all some footage. I might hire somebody to follow us around with the camera and stuff like that. Somebody asked where your other ring was, too.
Oh, they did. I was like, I can't.
I said, you can't wear that to work. What do you think? You can wear that around every day?
I can't wear that to work every day.
That ain't it ain't that kind of party.
No.
It's too much attention.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
That's not happening. You get what I'm saying?
I wear it when we're out, and that's still only to certain places.
And I got a lot of bling bling. You see all the rappers and all them people and stuff like that. Y'all see that picture with all them all that jewelry and stuff I put on Facebook. I look at it, I say, I say, that ain't me. I ain't gonna do that.
No.
What my son said, the new thing a lot of the guys do, the money spread. That's immature.
Yeah. Why you need to share about what you got?
The richer you get, they better pay their taxes. Shit, you sit there.
You ain't gotta worry about light bill. Gotta worry about paying them taxes.
Them taxes.
You only got a week left, people.
That's it. It's April. It's already in April. I already told y'all. Y'all sit there and play around. Don't put all your business on social media.
Right.
That's another thing. So, I mean, all these money spreads and stuff, y'all will never see anybody who really, really got the money, what the young people say, got the bag.
Mm-hmm. Showing it.
All the jewelry and the watches and stuff. That's nice. You don't have to prove nothing to the people.
No.
What are you proving?
Your
lifestyle.
Speaks for you.
How can you eat?
Right.
How can you eat if you choose to?
Right.
How can you choose to live? Just stay where? What kind of neighborhood you're in?
Right.
What kind of cars you drive?
Right.
What's in your bank account or bank accounts? Like, what kind of investments you got?
What's your retirement
If you want to
plan?
splurge, that's it.
Like,
That's the
you got
key.
any 401ks?
Man, they live for the day, man. Tomorrow ain't promised for nobody. They use that.
Day. They live from paycheck to Monday, isn't it?
Paycheck to Monday, paycheck to four.
To four.
Paycheck to four. I never forget, man. We first started, boy. I cashed my. First of all, I start off wrong. I cashed my check to the pawn shop. I ain't even had no bank account then, and that's 20% right there. My check was number $259.
What do you mean to the pawn shop?
Just right in Waterbury. Waterbury pawn shop. And then they asked me for full forms of ID. Fingerprint, there we go. All that for $279. No, actually 20%.
Wait a minute, they took some.
Sure, they took out, what's that? That's $54.
$54?
That's $54 right there. Shoot, so my check about $250. Then we had a baby hollering for milk and the Pampers and all, because we wasn't getting no assistance. Because I had just started, with the business of being an insurance agent at the time. Man, right. You said they. But y'all, I don't know. We love y'all. Yes. The only reason why we were recording in the car is because my granddaughter, my daughter's in here.
Yes.
And my granddaughter took it upon herself to just have a field day
in my living room.
And I did not have it like this. So now, what Trina don't know is I hired a cleaning lady, and she Brazilian and all that.
When you trying?
And she gonna be coming.
When?
Never wear it.
Exactly. And I told y'all.
I know you wouldn't allow.
I told y'all ain't nobody in my house. I told y'all that.
That's right.
I don't play that.
But y'all, we're gonna be doing some serious training. I see my head and everything looking all around, and my hair peach fuzz trying to grow back in.
He's still gonna cut it off, y'all.
I'm gonna cut it off every so often, but I look at my pictures, I look pretty good now.
Yeah.
Man,
I told him that.
That thing I look good. Everybody start hitting loud. But dog, when I cut all my hair off, I get about 12. 12 likes. I let the thing grow a little big, mix it up. Shoot, I got 75 likes. I'm like, I must be somebody.
Go somewhere and sit down.
Everybody.
Yeah, okay. Everybody what?
Boy, they've been clicking like.
Okay.
Boy, I start feeling good. Their whole heart started beating fast.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. I'll beat it fast, all right.
Yeah. But I would say, I got to talk about finance.
Yes.
Do not. This do's and don't.
Okay.
Do open 3 bank accounts.
3?
3.
At least
3.
Okay.
Do open 3 bank accounts.
Okay.
1 to spend, 1 to save, and if you can, 1 to invest. Don't ask me to repeat it. In that order.
1 to spend, 1 to save,
yes.
and 1 to invest.
Yes. That's what you got to do.
That's what you said.
Once you do that, you want to have 3 months of emergency expenses up front. So just say of all your expenses, minimum of 3 months. So just assume that all your expenses is $2,000 a month. Well, you got to have at least $6,000
for just expenses.
Just for 3 months.
Has nothing to do with anything else.
Let's assume any type of emergency or anything come up. Or it don't have to be emergency. Let's just say just to give you some breathing room, peace of mind. Then you can go get that new purse.
Right.
Then you can get rims for your car if you want. Then you can go to Vegas. Then you can go to Dominican Republic. Then you can go to Miami. Right. But it's a bad feeling when you leave with bills and come back to bills.
Well, you ain't supposed
but
to
you
do
had
that.
a good time in the pictures and on social
Well,
media.
you're not supposed to do that.
That's what I'm telling you. So 3 months of expenses up front.
Do not go on vacation if your rent not paid.
That's a fact. Yeah, because you're going to be thinking about your bills. Golly. And when you come back to that mailbox, that joke going to be full. That mailbox going to be running over.
Just like this.
That joke going to be stacked up. Everything be in red.
Some of them going to be white envelopes and some of them going to be pink and red.
That thing going to be in red. Golly.
Not a good sign.
Everything we tell y'all, chances I've done it before. Years ago.
Remember
so
what he said? Don't pay it.
Right. Exactly. And I know how it is have, and I know how it is not to have. But it feels a whole lot better. You can sleep a whole lot better to have.
Of course.
And that's a fact. It doesn't matter what nobody say.
No.
Money and everything. Money is the only thing. Jesus pays taxes. So what makes you think you exempt? So anyway, you want to have 3 months of emergency fund up front. Once you do that, I'm telling you, you can have some breathing room. You can sleep better. Because when you got money, everything's funny. Because you is not behind.
Right.
It is behind you. I just thought about something.
Okay.
That brings me to another point. Now, let's assume some people say, you know what, I already got 3 months or whatever. They got a 401k or whatever. Great. Now, work on another 3 months.
Right. So instead of 3 months, have 6 months.
And the definition of wealth, to be completely honest, is how long can you go without working a job or making income? If you got enough money up front, I don't know if I should even get in on this one because I'm getting y'all a free game. But let me finish. If your expenses, as we mentioned, is $2,000 a month, that's $6,000 you need to have, which is $3,000.
Right.
And you do that again, 6 months. What's that? $12,000.
Right.
So now the goal is to double.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So now when you get to the point where you already got a year up front.
So 24,000?
Yeah, you got 24. And then anything above that, that's constituting proving that you're becoming wealthier because regardless if you work and bringing in money or not, you already know
all your expenses
taken care of regardless if you make a paycheck or not.
Right.
That's some game.
That's peace of mind.
That's peace of mind. And if you go to sleep, you know for a fact you don't have to deal with anything else that could pop up or not. You got a lot of breathing room.
Right.
Now, once you done 5-6 years ahead, 10 years ahead, then you ask yourself, man, I got this money. I'm really winning.
Right.
That's when it's going to hit you.
But
Like, I'm really rich.
But if
I got this all figured out.
If you 5, 6, or 10 years ahead, you really shouldn't bet
or
that point
20.
Or 20.
Or 30.
Yeah, but if you're that many years ahead, you really shouldn't be working for nobody else.
And
you should have your own.
And if you do, you're doing it because you want to.
Right.
Not because you got to.
That'll be your, as I call it, hair and nails
That's
money.
it. We used to call that squirrel money. In other words, that's peanuts. You get what I'm saying? Acorns or whatever.
What about, you ain't telling about dip money?
Oh, and you always, this is real terminology. You always keep some money just in case you got to run. You got to dip.
Just in case.
Because just in case, the first thing they're going to do.
Something transpire.
And guess what?
First thing they're going to do is
shut it down.
freeze your bank
You will
account.
not be able to log in. Log in going to be froze. I don't care how much you got in there.
It's not working.
You hit that button, you can't get in.
Yeah.
You stick that card in, nothing coming back up. Actually,
they're going to take your card.
man, one time we wasn't doing so good years ago. I remember sticking that card in there. I know that thing see negative though. I thought it was going to overdraft. I put that card in there. I'm going to tell on them. Bank of America. I stick that card in there, boy. Shoot, that you can eat my card. The ATM never came out. I hit the machine. I said, oh,
You didn't get it back?
I had to park and go inside, and yes, ma'am.
Oh, you tried to act all
Yeah, I said,
distinguished.
I stick my card in the machine and ATM, and it didn't come back out. It took it. I said, that's because maybe you're on an investigation. I say, under investigation. She said, yes, sir. Maybe.
Get loud then. Like you didn't hear him the first time.
I said, oh my God. Investigation.
What you in investigation for?
They say I've been in the check system. Yeah, they say they weren't supposed to open the account.
Oh.
But see, my direct deposit winning neighbor wasn't enough to cover the negative. And when I stick my card in to get more,
your check ain't cover the negative?
That thing ain't cover that negative.
Oh,
y'all know y'all can overdraft. But y'all, we love y'all. The gem for the day is don't stick your card in that machine if you got a negative. Because it just might eat your card.